What's happening, people? It's your boy, Dat Young Bull here, bringing you another subscriber advice message. Thank you guys for the support on the last one. I know I haven't made a video in about a month, and it might just be that way sometimes, but I don't actually plan on stopping. It's just, I'm just doing this for fun these days. I'm not doing this for the money, so when I have the inspiration, I make the videos. You feel what I'm saying? Anyways, so today's message, great message, good message. He actually followed my directions and sent it to me via email, which I asked. None of you guys listen to me. This guy did, though. Only problem is it's a little bit incoherent. It's a good message, man, but for all the rest of you in the future, if you want to send me a subscriber advice message, email it to iam.youngbull@gmail.com. Unfortunately, I mean, you can send me a YouTube message, but it's just weird, and you don't really get notifications about it anymore, so I might not see it for like a couple weeks. But if you want to do that, go for it. Anyways, but just please use like proper grammar and punctuation, because it just makes it easier for me to read. And if it's too incoherent and I don't know what's going on, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, with that said, I'm going to read this off my screen. So, I'm nearly 14, 15 in a while, and I have a girlfriend, which I understand isn't serious, as you said in your last video, but I have this issue. Basically, a lot of my friends have had a BJ or hand job, etc., and I think it's too young. And I've talked to my girlfriend, and she isn't into it yet either, which I view as a good thing, as I'd like to save not my virginity, but my first proper sexual moment for when I'm older. But at school, I feel peer pressure because a lot of my friends go to parties and they do things with sluts or their girlfriends and are always saying, oh, why don't you get further than just making out? And when I say I don't want to at this age, they make me feel as if it's some gay, stupid idea. But I think I've made the right decision, he says. But like, how do I respond to them calling me a fag or not getting further? And when do you think the proper age is? Or like, what do you think the proper age is to do those sorts of things? I don't want to talk about it with my parents because that's just weird. And I know some people have had sex at 15. Don't worry, not planning on that. But like, how should I respond? Or should I maybe think about something like that? I think I'm way too young, but any advice would be great. Thanks for your time. I've gone back and forth with emails about this guy, and I feel bad, man, because he sent me this email about like a month ago, or maybe even like a month and a half ago. No, like a month ago. I don't know, but I've been like super busy, and I keep telling him, I'll make it, I'll make it, I'll make it, and he keeps reminding me, totally polite, and I've been just putting it off because I've been busy. But here we go, man, as promised. All right, buddy. So anyways, first thing said is, well, I like the fact that you addressed my past video. That's a true sub right there. But no, he's right though, 14 or 15. I'm not saying like you can't have like a good boyfriend or girlfriend relationship, but it's not like that serious, you know what I mean? Even if you guys are like committed, when I say it's not serious, I mean like you guys can't even drive yet, you know what I'm saying? Like you're fully dependent on your parents, like you haven't ever lived together, you guys haven't ever had to deal with like moving away from each other, you know what I mean? Like, so anyone, just don't take it offensively. Like, if you're 16, I'm sorry, but you just haven't been in a serious relationship. Anyways, to this kid's question, I don't think that you're wrong. I think that you were right. Fact of the matter is, though, this is the thing, right? I'm in college or university. Sounds like you're probably international outside of America. It's university for you. Anyways, I'm in my last year of university, and I was actually talking to my girlfriend about this question. And it's like in high school, which for us are like grades 9 through 12 or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the international like school system's like. But before you go to university, basically when you're like 14 to 18 or 14 to 17, whatever. I think the fact of the matter is like, because like you're out, like you have a little, some people have freedom, right? Some people are going to be able to drive. Some people are going to have more lenient parents, and like they're going to have access to certain things, right? And then they'll bring their friends into it. But beyond that, it's like you're at the point where you're not actually an adult yet. You are still a kid. Even if you're 17 or 18, I don't care like what you legally are. You're still a kid, you know what I mean? And it's like you want to do things that you haven't done yet. Whether that's like drinking alcohol or like doing drugs or having sex or whatever it is. It's like you want to do it. But like being someone who's about to graduate from university, it's not really like, I mean, people do that stuff in university, but it's like a more mature mentality, I guess. And like you're not really gonna get made fun of it for. Like if you don't drink, people might like think that's unusual, but like the vast majority of people like wouldn't actually care. You know what I mean? Anyways, what I'm trying to say is like what you're going through is like a younger person mentality. It's not an older person mentality. You know what I mean? It's not like if you actually did wait until you're married or something, you're gonna have to deal with this like your whole life. I mean, you won't. You know what I mean? But then there's two other things. Second of all, is like if you don't want these situations to come up, like don't bring them up to people. You know what I mean? You don't have to tell people like what you're doing with your girlfriend in the first place. But second of all, I mean, there's two ways you can respond to your friends, right? If they're like calling you a fag or whatever. Like I'm super straightforward and I just say how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone were to say, dude, like you don't have sex with your girlfriend, you're a fag. Which no one says to me, you know what I mean? Just because I'm older and that sort of thing doesn't happen when you're older. But if they did, I would literally say, well, that's my choice. I don't know what to tell you. Like, live with it. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what I'd say. It's just straightforward. If you aren't that kind of person and you don't have the balls to say something like that, I just think simply something like, well, YOLO, you only live once, aka you only get to do everything for the first time once, and I'd like to save my first time losing my virginity or doing anything serious sexually for the right person. And, you know, regardless of what your actual intentions are, it sounds like you aren't waiting to get married, although I would suggest that. It sounds like that's not what you want. Just simply tell them, like, I'm not, like, it's not that I'm necessarily against doing these things. It's that I'm just waiting for someone I want to do it with. Like, just because I can doesn't mean I want to. Like, you could also go, like, get a hooker, but you're not going to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could go rob a bank, but it doesn't mean you're going to. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just something you want to do just because you have the opportunity or the tools available to do it. Doesn't mean it's something that you want to do yet. You know what I mean? Like, you're waiting for the right opportunity. And there's nothing wrong with that. Personally, I don't know, opposition for me personally doesn't really bother me. I'm just one of those people, I don't really care what people think. Like, if I believe I'm right, or I know that I'm right, if it's not an opinion-based thing, it's a fact-based thing, like, your opinion's pretty much invalid to me. And I just live life. But if you're pretty sensitive, and, like, your friends' opinions, like, really matter to you, I don't know, just, like, make new friends, you know what I'm saying? That's like my only advice. Sounds like you're going to parties and stuff, so like sounds like you probably know a lot of people. Maybe just stop hanging out with the people that are making fun of you. But with that said, I don't think you're wrong. Oh, and then you asked for a specific age. There is no specific age, dude. That's like, that's asking like, I don't know. That's such a like. There is no specific age. It's like, when is the specific age you should drink alcohol? There isn't one. It's like you're legally allowed in America at 21, but that doesn't mean you should. You know what I mean? There is no should. Maybe you should start drinking it when you're 10. Maybe you should wait till you're 70. Maybe you shouldn't do it at all. You know what I'm saying? It's just, there's a million arguments on either side. So there is no direct age. It's about, I'd suggest just wait until you're married, but at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do. And I say just at least wait until you find somebody serious. Someone, when you find someone that you're like, I want to marry this person. Not that I'm saying that you shouldn't wait until you're married, but I know you're probably not going to. So the realistic answer is at least wait until you find someone that you're like, I could marry this person. And then I think it's probably a little more wise. And I don't mean like you've been dating the person for like 2 months. I mean like, I don't know, because this is the deal, right? This is the deal. Like, your friends are going to like hook up with people, blah, blah, blah. They're going to date these people. The fact of the matter is they're all going to break up, most likely. You know what I mean? And like 50% of all marriages or something end in divorce. So the fact of the matter is, it's like they end in divorce because they're not each other's like best friend. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like the person you're with, you want to be your best friend, not just like your partner or like whatever, or your spouse. You want to be each other's best friend. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't feel like the person you're with is your best friend, someone that like you take a bullet for, or that you like You don't look forward to being with them because you can do sexual things. You look forward to being with them because they're like the coolest person and you love being with them, just in general. I'd suggest not doing it. Peace.